What is up, guys? It is Lynx. Welcome back to another Destiny video. Now, yesterday in the Court of Oryx reveal stream, we finally got a look at one of the new heavy swords coming in the Taken King called the Raze Lighter. Today we're going to break down this sword and take a look at its perks as well as some gameplay. First of all, let's take a look at its stats. This is standard for any gun in Destiny, except there are a couple of new slots. One of the new slots is called Speed. This one's pretty self-explanatory, just how fast you can swing and hack the shit out of things with your sword. Impact is the next slot. Now, we're no stranger to impact. That's just the amount of damage that the weapon deals. Now, the third one is range, and this one kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought that the sword's range would be close to 0. I mean, it is a melee weapon, so you have to be pretty close to hit people with your attacks. I'm not exactly sure, but this kind of seems like that the swords may have some ranged attacks that may deal damage depending on the burn of the gun. For example, this sword is solar, so it may shoot flames out of the end. Now, obviously, this is all speculation, but that would be pretty badass. The next slot is Efficiency. This is a new perk, and I'm assuming that is specific for swords only. Efficiency is the energy lost when landing attacks with this weapon. Now, obviously, the higher the efficiency, the more you're going to get out of the ammo. Now, here I have a clip of Lauren using the sword from the livestream. Now, as you can see here, when she swings and misses, she only loses 2 energy. But whenever she lands an attack, she loses 5 energy. That looks like the efficiency perk in action. Now, the next slot is Defense. What I thought was only an armor perk is now being put on a sword. Defense is another easy one, damage reduction while using this weapon. Now, there is a perk on the sword that allows you to block attacks by pressing L2. I'm not sure if the defense only applies while you're blocking or if it's just while you're holding the sword. Now, the final slot is Energy. The energy stat is described as the amount of attacks that can be launched before the energy is depleted. So obviously that's the amount of quote-unquote ammo you can hold. Now, with this stat, I would assume that armor that increases the amount of heavy ammo you can hold does not apply to the swords. Now let's break down the stat tree. Unfortunately, the first default stat was never hovered over, so we were unable to see the name and what it does. But as the second perk is called Solar Forged Guard and the ability to defend with the sword while using L2, I can only imagine that the first default perk is the ability to attack with the sword. Now, the final perk in this column is Infuse, and that just allows you to consume a more powerful weapon to boost the attack value of this weapon. Now, one more thing about the defense perk. It works just like enemy shields work. It is better at defending against arc and void attacks than solar because it is a solar sword. Now for the first column of perks. Pretty easy to choose which one you'll be using. This perk is called Tempered Light and raises your armor while wielding the sword. Now, the second column of perks starts off with Scabbard, and this perk allows you to increase the sword ammo capacity. Then directly below that, we have the perk called Thrive by the Sword, and this perk increases your super energy when you get kills with the sword. Now for the third column. Again, a very tough choice for what perk you should use. This one is called Phoenix Uppercut, and this allows you to attack using R2. In the final slot of perks, unfortunately, the first perk was not gone over, so we were unable to look at the name or what it does, but if you notice, it looks identical to the Scabbard perk, which allows you to increase the amount of ammo you can carry, so I think I can safely assume that this perk does the same thing. And now the final perk is called Warrior of the Light, and this allows you to increase the damage of your R2 attack. Now, unfortunately, Laced Up Lauren did not use the sword as much as I would have, so we didn't really get to see the sword in action as much as we all would have wanted to. But we did get a couple of clips. Now, if we look closely, we can definitely see 2 attack values, maybe even 3 that are over 10,000 damage. That might be even more than the Gjallarhorn does, so this might be the Gjallarhorn of the Taken King, and if it is, I am not disappointed. I can only imagine how badass it's going to be to wield a sword while we're dicking Oryx. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. If you want to see more Taken King videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe for anything and everything Destiny. This has been Lynx. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.